Good morning, third grade teachers. I wanted to make a quick follow-up video on our mindfulness lesson for this school year. And some of you have had different mindfulness exercises. So I'm going to kind of cover what my purpose is, and it may be different per class because I've been trying to adjust this lesson and figure out how to be most effective in this short time that we get to talk about mindfulness. And so the first couple lessons were different than the last couple lessons just because I've been playing around and adjusting. And what I have found in this lesson, because I've been working on mindfulness in third grade for quite a few years, but I wasn't feeling like I was getting it into a place where kids really understood it. And I finally feel like in the last couple classes that I've had, that I've been able to break mindfulness down in a way that kids really are starting to understand the concept of mindfulness and being present, of being in the present moment. And so if you were at Sutherland, you heard this, and I'm trying to think where I was before Sutherland. Maybe it was Cullen. I'm explaining things in a little bit of a different way. But what the kids seem to understand is that when we talk about sitting in the classroom and our body is in the classroom, and then thinking about where is their mind, so often our mind is in another location. It's thinking about the past or thinking about the future, but we're not present. And so this conversation that I've started with them is, where's your mind when you're sitting in the classroom? Many of them are saying it's not here, or it's not necessarily the classroom, it's just they're sitting a lot. So I like to use that analogy because they are in the classroom when I'm coming to see them. And so becoming aware that our mind can drift, and then having that conversation of, have you ever had a conversation with your parents and that they're not there, that they're focused on the past or the future? And then being able to identify when somebody is present with them and what that feels like, and then also when they're present with somebody, what that feels like. So that has been my goal, is creating that foundation of mindfulness, that we can be aware when our mind is present and when it's somewhere else. And from that foundation, then once they feel that, so to me it's been trying to get that feeling for them, understanding that, oh, I'm present, I'm here right now, or no, my mind is wanting to go over here. That has been my goal of this lesson. And then giving them some tools to work with. And we know focus has been a challenge. So then I'm working on, how do we increase focus? How do we help them bring their mind into the present moment so that they're able to focus? And we're seeing lack of focus across the board. It is not just in our schools and in our classroom. And some of you, I've talked to this about the doctor that I work with. He talks about what we're seeing in the lack of focus and the lack of health in kids. And so I'm working on being able to bring more into those trainings. But this component of mindfulness, helping kids understand being in the present moment and putting practices around that, is going to be one of the best things that we can do in the classroom environment, and encouraging them to do on their own at home to help with focus. There's a lot more that we need to do in a larger scale to increase the health of our children. And but this is what we can do right now, is practicing mindfulness. In most classes we did a 1-minute breathing activity, or mindfulness breathing, where we put one hand on our heart, one hand on our abdomen. I had them close their eyes and just notice where they were feeling their breath. And taking that 1 minute, they felt a difference. It was challenging for a lot of them. Some of them wanted to laugh or talk. It wasn't an easy place for them to be, because their mind wanted to go somewhere else, or it wanted to distract them. But incorporating even 1 minute at a time into the classroom, continuing to encourage them to keep that practice and then maybe increase it, that is them practicing focus, practicing bringing their mind back, noticing when it's wanting to wander, and then bringing it back. So that's such a simple practice that we can incorporate, and then also encourage them to incorporate into their daily life, especially before bed, because you're already relaxing your body. So another one I wanted to go over with you, in some of the classes we did harmony clap. The beginning classes we did energy ball. The later classes we didn't get to energy ball, but I want to reinforce the energy clap so that you have this down to use it as a focus exercise in your classroom also. And so harmony clap is a clapping focus game. And so we're going to clap once here. So 1, and then you bring your arms all the way back and stretch back. 2, and then in the front again. 3, 4. That's the first part. So I have them practice that over and over again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Second part is lifting up the knee. 5, 6, 7, 8. So 5, 6, 7, 8, and then all together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In most classes we added in the times tables too, and that was a lot of fun. So you can put learning opportunities along with that mindfulness exercise. And one of the benefits of that, besides focusing the brain, is that we have meridians in our body. Science has discovered that there are meridians. It's not just an Eastern belief, but meridians are energy flow through our body. We have 3 meridians in each arm and 3 meridians in each leg. So when we're doing this exercise, we are opening up our meridians in our arms, and we're opening up the meridians in our legs. So part of the work that I do in these mindfulness movements is not only getting circulation going, but also energy flow. And the more we have the flow of energy and the flow of circulation, the more we're going to be able to help them also be as healthy as possible, but also for ourselves too. So another mindfulness exercise we did was, I'm going to take my glasses off, was tap and sweep. And this is integrating the left and right side of the brain, and switch. And switch. So once again, this is a simple one that you can have them do to integrate the right and left side of their brain. It's focusing their brain. But when they're tapping here, we hold a lot of tension in our lungs, and we are not able to breathe deeply enough because we hold so much tension here. Sorry, my necklace is in the way. So anytime we're tapping here, we're opening up the lungs, and our lungs are actually connected to our digestive system. So we're helping our digestive system in this exercise. So know that everything I teach you has much more of a deeper level than I'm able to put into the classroom. And then the last one was pinky thumb. So 1 thumb, 1 pinky, and switch, and switch, and switch, and switch. Put both thumb and pinky in if we want to make it easier, and then do 1 thumb, 1 pinky. Put your thumb in, pinky in, thumb in, pinky out, or thumb out, pinky out, thumb in, pinky in, thumb out, pinky out. So that was just a refresher of 3 of the focus exercises we did: harmony clap, tap and sweep, pinky thumb. So you can integrate those if you would like to. Once again, pinky thumb is integrating the right and left side of the brain. The more we can get brain integration in the prefrontal cortex, which is developing their brain, the more emotional control they're going to have, the more focus they're going to have. And it helps before a test so that kids are not nervous. They will actually do better on the test doing any of these exercises before they take a test. We also talked about the natural state of balance: cool head, warm abdomen. Some of the classes we got to see the video on explaining how to create a cool head and a warm abdomen and the importance. Some of them we didn't get to that video. So I will include that video in this email that goes out, so you can refer to it if you want to. But another way of being mindful is understanding that we have that natural state of balance in our body, and that we want to actually create that natural state of balance every day. We want to start our day in that natural state of balance, so I encourage students and ourselves to do something that creates that natural state of balance. And our 3 exercises that help with that are head, heart, tummy tapping, and that is why I do that so often in the classroom, is that we're bringing our energy down from our head. We're creating a cool head and a warm abdomen. Our shortcut version is just tapping and turning our head side to side, closing your eyes. And doing this for a minute or 2 will also create that natural state of balance. The last version that we had was 360, where we tap, we count to 100, and every time we get to a 3, 6, or 0, we jump. And so I hope that these tools are useful. You know, they're there to help create that natural state of balance, to help our kids feel that difference in their body and to help us feel a difference in our body. Once again, that's regulating our energy flow and our circulation in our body. And the more we can become aware of what our body's experiencing, connecting our brain and our body together, the more we're going to feel relaxed, be able to manage stress, be more focused, and then be more aware of our emotional balance also. So hope this was useful. Have a great day. Email me with any questions.